Are you ready? Yeah? Oh, they're hosting.
You guys hosting?
Yeah, we're all good to go. But it's going to be an interesting matchup because one of the teams you do not want to get spawn trapped by is that Mythix team.
That's right. Yeah. No, you don't.
Get stuck in the spawn and...
Mythix did set up Enigma one time on there, but other than that, Enigma was able to get out of that. But Mythix does have a mean spawn trap set up, as long as they can hold on to it.
Either way, I think we're going to have a brilliant game.
All right, so it's coming down to this game number 5, Mythix versus Enigma, Havana Demolition. We are going to jump on board with Mythix here. We've got Camper, Max E, Max D, and Rusher. They're going to be spawning on the top side of the map here, playing on defense. And let's see what these boys are able to do.
Yeah, I'm expecting 3 Mythix players over on the B bomb site because obviously that is the easier bomb site to defend. And they'll send somebody over there to try and keep it as long as they can. I expect an AR player to go over there, so maybe we'll see Maxi or Russia go over there.
And here you have it as we are going board with Max D. Let's go to Max E here. He's going to try to get a nade up there. They split up, going 2 separate ways, but Enigma comes out the gate strong. That's 3 down already for Mythix. And 4 down as Enigma comes in and just spanks Mythix around as they were able to get everybody there. And that's bombed down on both B and A. Bread's moving up here on Mythix, getting a spawn trap set up. Maxi's trying to get out of there. Sours takes out Max D. Fire takes out Max D. And Enigma just coming up huge right now as Camper takes out Fire. That is bombed down on both A and B because of how quickly 4 went down for Mythix. Camper's going to try to get around here as Pasco comes in, takes him out. Nice shooting by him. It looks like they got A. They were able to get a defuse on A, and now the focus goes back to B as they are moving back there. You know Enigma's going to be playing some defense on there. Max D sees somebody on a screen that's going up top hotel, cuts back down as Fire, taking out Max D there, and it looks like they're going to get bomb B out with no problem at all. And now that was a huge, huge push there off the get-go. Everybody's going to converge back to A as now that is 2 down for Mythix. All you've got is Rusher up there. Pasco comes in. It goes huge on Rusher there. Brett cleans up Maxi. That is all. Oh, man. This is not looking pretty for Mythix here as now bomb is down yet again at A. Enigma is playing an amazing Call of Duty here. Collectively between this team, they are 15-6. And on the flip side, you see 6 and like 17. So not good.
Yeah, this is exactly what Mythix did to them in the beginning of the last round. They are looking quite good though. They do seem to be taking out the team. Maxi picking up some big kills on there, and they should be able to get this defuse. Camper sponges the grenade.
He's going to try to get the defuse. He's almost there. He's going to be able to pull it off. And yes, he does get the defuse. So Mythix answers the call, was able to get the defuse there. Nice job by them as they've now gotten themselves in 2 very sticky situations, but they were able to rebuttal and get defuses both times on A, set up, kind of get composed. And now Mythix, who was very thrown off by Enigma's aggressive play there, is starting to get some balance here with the team setting up and playing smart here.
Yeah, well, obviously we're seeing what Enigma just did. Wow, that's a brilliant play by Max D there. We're seeing what Mythix did to Enigma and Summit Demolition the first round, and Enigma doing a straight back to them. Just aggressive player, pushing them spawns. Pascal gets a good kill on Max D there. They're setting up quite well around that bomb site. Maxi needs to get this grenade off.
And we're on board with Maxi picking up a nice kill on Pasco there, moving in as bomb is down yet again at A. Maxi gets taken out by Bread. They've got A pretty well covered. Enigma does, as now that is 2 down for Enigma. Fire and Sours both go down. Max D and Campers taking flash here as Max D's trying to move in. He's got a good setup with his team around him, so it looks like if they can clear it off, they're going to go for a defuse. Max D trying to push up a little bit, allowing for more room. Max D's across from the side. He's going to doesn't pick up a kill by Sours. Pasco takes out Max D. Only one on the board is going to be Camper, who spawns in here. 12 seconds left. It's going to be up to him to come up huge, and I think you can safely say that Enigma is going to take round number 1 here. And they had a ton of swag points there. As you look at the scoreboard, between Bread and Pasco, they won 21-7.
Brett going absolutely huge there, 11-2 and 1 demolition.
That was a lethal duo. Yeah, lethal duo. I mean, I think Mythix just did not expect that intensity out of Enigma at the beginning of the game. Just well played by those guys as they came up big there. On the flip side, Sours struggled a little bit for Enigma. And everybody, Mythix, they just got to get it a little bit together. They really picked it up towards the end, though.
Yeah, definitely. They were battling back a little bit, but now I expect to see Mythix do the exact same thing.
So we're going to switch on cams onto Enigma, where we jump on Bread as he gets taken out by Rusher. It's going to switch over to Sours there as he was able to take Maxi out with a nice nade. And these guys setting up, trying to close this one out. Intense game number 5 with some of the EU's best teams out there. These guys are solid squads. Mythix and Enigma both, as they're trying to prove themselves here. Maxi's coming up, takes out Pasco. Sours takes out Camper. Just shots exchanged left and right, as now we're looking at that is going to be 3 down for Enigma, or 2 down, as Fire's trying to compensate for it. Knows nobody's over at A. He's going to try to chuck up a miracle nade. Doesn't connect with anything over there as he gets taken out by Max D. It looks like Mythix should be relatively set up close to A here, trying to get a plan out. Sours is over there, so he knows nothing's going down. Fire is covering on the backside as he spawns in. Pasco's moving in. So they're spread out pretty thin, but they've got all their positions held down. So if they can hold them down when they're 1v1s here, they can thwart off any waves there being pushed by Mythix.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely set up in the right places and the right choke points. So a good setup from Enigma straight away. I predicted Mythix to come flying in and just all the guns blazing, spawn trap them like they did. Campus picking up a very good 2-piece around the A bomb site.
And Pasco, they was able to hold him off. That's 3 down for Mythix there, as now they're going to start to push up a little bit. Pasco not getting too greedy there as he's trying to move up, going to go to the bar side. Nose are spawning in, and underneath their noses, a bomb gets planted at A. They were not ready for that, as Sours throws a nade at Pasco's teeth. He catches it, and no bueno there, as that is a friendly fire kill. Bread comes down with a nice knife, killing him as they're set up here. Well, Bread's got to come down, give him a little support here to make sure that diffuses off, and there you have it. Mythix pushing in nicely, but at the end of the day, Enigma was able to get a relatively easy diffuse there, as now that's 2 down for Mythix. They're starting to push up, and these guys are just playing really well.
Yeah, they're just spreading themselves out brilliantly, covering when somebody dies. They are playing this perfectly, really. They're just, movement is brilliant where they are going and covering the bomb sites. So at the moment, Mythix cannot get through. Pasco and Bread just denying them completely.
It's not looking good for those guys at all with a minute left on the clock there. Enigma set up strong here against a Mythix team that's starting to get frustrated. Every time they make a push into A, they might get a bomb plan off, but it never lasts long, so they are extremely frustrated. Maxi's going to get a kill on Sours here, so they're starting to move in here as Fire's taking top Red. Pasco's still hanging out, making sure B's going to be solid as Sours spawns back on the map. Fire's moving up to make sure nobody comes into A, so these guys have a very solid setup, relying on Pasco by himself to cover B. I'm surprised we've seen Enigma pushing so aggressively, Mythix pushing so aggressively into A wave after wave, while we've seen B anywhere from 2 to 3 stacked up. Pasco's been covering B by himself.
They're not letting them get a bomb plant at all. Maxi is right there. That is 3 down though. Pasco is the last one alive, and he is over at the B bomb site. Fire going for some sort of wonder nade. He's never going to pull it off though, and that is going to be bombed down.
Mythix finally, pulling it out there, trying to get a bomb down, but however, this has to go off. They have no luxury there. That nade's going to connect. Nice by Sours, way to hold it, cook it there. Comes in, almost picks up a 2-piece. Max D was able to knock him out. But this bomb, if they're able to get this down, they'll be just fine here, as they'll get a nice time extension. On the flip side, if Enigma is able to get in there and get it diffused, this will be a game over, because the time is just so short on the clock there. Bread takes out Max D, going to try to get the top ground there. Nice shooting by Bread, takes out Max D, looks around, 12 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time as he sees something there. He got hit by something, and it was a nade that came out of nowhere. I think he got hit by the nade that rolled and then took him out.
Yeah, he couldn't really do anything in that situation. It was well played by Russia, though. He was low end. And he did defend that bomb site, and now Mythix have 2 minutes and 10 seconds to get this B bomb site down. It is not looking brilliant, but is it long enough?
What's that?
Is it long enough though?
It'll be good. 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, the way Enigma's been playing, they held him off for so long, so Mythic's got to continue to step it up. They can't feel any satisfaction from that one A. I mean, they had to really, really fight to get a bomb down on A, and now you've got Enigma that's pretty well set up in the B area. As we saw earlier, Pasco was holding it down left and right. Sours picks up a nice kill on Max D, and these guys are set up. Fire coming back in for a little support. Pasco finally taken out there by Camper, but as Fire moves in there with Sours, they were able to rebuttal that kill, take out Camper. Nice retribution kill. Fire's moving in here, and he's got Pasco, Bread, and Fire all helping him out.
It's brilliant kill by Russia there. They do seem to be picking people off, but Mythix seem to be sparsely inside the B bomb site as Max D does take out Pascal. There just seems to be one player at a time as Mythix do go for the plant, and Camper takes out Bread. It's just that they're exchanging kills around the bomb site, and Fire picking an important two-piece. Does he need to make the third? He doesn't make it. Russia did expect that. And as said, it's just they don't seem to be working as a team. Mythix heads it down. There's not much communication going on. So it's not looking brilliant.
Yeah, I agree. Enigma has been, you can just tell, without even listening to them, you can tell how well coordinated they are, which clearly is a sign of good communication. Where on the flip side, Mythix just makes push after push, and it seems like it's a lot of individual pushes, not a certain amount of teamwork or communication going down there, while on the flip side, Enigma is just, they've been communicating the whole time very effectively, and now they've got a nice setup on B. It's got to be hard to penetrate this defense as Bread scares one away, jumps down there. He's got steps covered. We've got Sours that's on the outside of Hotel, and Fire that's moving up. So Mythix has got one more push in here to really make things happen, and if not, this is going to be it. We're talking game number 5 here. Enigma won the first one. Sours picks up a nice two-piece. 10 seconds left on the clock. Time dwindling down, and that is going to be it as Mythix knows that's done. And Enigma coming up big. Game number 5, winning Demolition Havana. Got to give it up to those guys. Strong Call of Duty, both those teams. Very well evenly matched, Tunney. Great matchup there.
It was definitely it was a brilliant match, but it's not like Mythix. I think this is probably one of the first games they've ever lost on a Black Ops LAN. So for their heads to go down now, what do they do from that situation to be knocked in the losers bracket? They're not used to it. So it'll be intriguing to see what they do.
How big was Enigma coming in off the beginning there? Like they
just
it was
brilliant.
It was just
they
got the D all over them.
The D,
man. It's definitely what we say in the States, man. The dirty D, just all over your face.
We wouldn't say that, but if I get caught saying that on stream, I'll probably get sacked. So.
That's just a fact. So we'll be back. Our next game that we got coming up is going to be Ruthless going against Imperial, and they've got a best of 5 here. That's going to be winners bracket round number 3, so don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be kicking that match off shortly without – we're not going to take that much of a break as we have been previously in the day.
Yes.
So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back shortly.